Media with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Welcome or welcome back. Either way, I am glad that you are here. Let's go ahead and get into it. So today's video, as you can, I hit my ring light. Today's video will be talking about the Gucci Marmont key case card holder. I always pause on that because I can never remember what to call it or the right name to call it. But pretty much I'll give you a spin of this one here. It is such a cute card. So wanted to give an updated video on this item because I've had it for almost a year, I think. Sadly, I don't even remember when I bought it. I would have to look back through my emails, and I didn't really want to do that. So I know that it's been almost a year since I've had it, and wanted to give, like I said, an update on what I think about it, pros and cons, and do a little comparison to a like item at a much affordable price point in case this is something that you want to dabble into but don't want to spend the full amount, because this puppy child was like $400. It was not inexpensive at all, and it is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I couldn't buy a full-on bag, but I really wanted it, so I got it. So first up, I'm going to talk about why I actually purchased this item so you can just kind of understand the backstory of why I got this item. So just to give some review or summarize that story for you, I wanted something where I could use it as an on-the-go piece. So pretty much something that I could fit chapstick in, a lotion in, essential cards. Let me just put this on my lap so I can stop. Essential cards, something where I would be gone for less than 2 hours. So I'm just running to the store or I'm running somewhere else and I just want to get some items, carry this without carrying my full purse with me, but have everything that I need. So I went on a hunt and found this puppy here, which I really like because it looks like a mini cosmetic pouch. Like, look at the shape of it. It's pretty much a mini cosmetic pouch with a key ring on it, pretty much. And that's the reason I got it. And I really do investigate, think about, research things that I want to buy. And I did this with this one. But there's one thing that I forgot to, or I would say, I was going to say forgot to think about, but that doesn't make sense. One thing that I did not think about is what I should say when I bought this. It is bulky and is the reason I got it, but I had to kind of adjust how I decided to use it. And by that I mean, this key ring here, I wanted to put my keys on it and then keep them on there, use this as basically my wallet, and use this to, ride my car, basically, put my key in my car. My car still takes a key. So saying that, I envision just keeping it on the key ring. Well, this item is bulky. Let's go ahead and get into kind of the pros and cons of it. And then, yeah, we'll get into the pros and cons and then I'll show you another alternative if you are interested in a card case, but don't want to spend upwards of $200, $300, and $400 for something. So that is a con to me. So actually, I still use it as an on-the-go item, but I did have to adjust, like I said, how I used it. So I do still use the key ring holder, and then, like I said, use this as basically like a miniature wallet. But I pretty much pull my keys on and off is how I maintain that, because I did not like this hitting my leg. I was also nervous about it scraping the interior of my car and thinking that I would cause scrapes and wear to it that I didn't intend on doing by it just hanging there, rubbing against my knee, between my knee and the car. So I do take my keys on and off when I use this. And then I use this item, like I said, for my other items. This is great if you want to put lotion in here, chapstick in here, cards in here, cash. It is very wide. Now, to me, I don't see the point of having to pull, like kind of be like Mary Poppins and pull everything out to get to the one thing on the bottom. So I will say that when I use this, I don't really take my lotion with me, even though I cannot live without lotion and chapstick. My chapstick goes because I figure I'm not going to need to use the bathroom while I'm out, so I don't really need the lotion, but I definitely am going to need my chapstick within those 2 hours. So excuse me, that's what I pretty much do with this. I pack a couple of cards in here, my chapstick, a little bit of cash if I have any on me, and then I just stick my keys on here. So that is the good thing about this item, is it's the great on-the-go item, and it's not flat, so you really can use it to pack it as much as you can. Now, that is a pro. The con is, like I said, is going to be its bulkiness. So you really have to evaluate how you're really going to use this item. I love the fact that in my larger bags, I can just simply tuck the key ring in like I just did there and stick my keys in it. And this is my own little small key holder. So I have an exact spot where my keys go in my handbags. So I really like that aspect of it. But being mindful, if you do not carry larger or medium-sized handbags, this is going to take up essential room that you are going to need. So be mindful if you're thinking about getting something this bulky. If it's going in your smaller bags, you really are going to have to negotiate room pretty much because there's lack of space there. So I usually only use this for my medium to larger size bags for that reason, even though I did want to use it in all bags, but realized it's not going to fit because it's too bulky, or I'm not willing to sacrifice the extra room that this takes. So I'll opt out of this and use something else. Now, let's talk about another comparison of a more affordable item. So if you had been watching, both of their channels are a lot larger than mine. So if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure chances are you've seen one of theirs or heard of these channels. Catwalk City, she talked about this little pouch here. And then Autumn Beckman. Autumn Beckman also purchases from the company called Dress Up Your Purse, which both of their brands, both of their channels have mentioned Dress Up Your Purse. And excuse me, sorry. Dress Up Your Purse has this cute little pouch here. This one's I think one of the Dream collection when they had this. And I love how it's gold on one side and this kind of ombre effect on the other side. It is beautifully soft and lovely. It's laminated lambskin, which this little key pouch here, which actually has a ring, if I can get it out. I don't usually use the ring, but let me just pull it out for you. It does have a ring, so you still can use it in the same way, but the profile is a lot smaller, like you can see here. Like, this can fit in this, basically. So, this gets you kind of more bang for your buck for the same reason, but less space. So, this one's about $40, like I mentioned here, and it's so cute and gorgeous. The key here is if it does sell out, because she does sell out frequently, put your name on the list. That's what I did, and I got emailed to let me know when it was back in stock. So just definitely do that and wait around for it. But I really do like this option because it's a more affordable version. It's less than even half $100, right? It's $40, so it's not even half of $100, and you're getting the same purpose here. Now with this one, so like I'm thinking about LV. Also, Gucci has the smaller ones like this. Those two brands immediately come to mind where they have these flat card cases. And like I said, they serve the same purpose. However, you can't really fit chapstick in here unless you really, I was about to say if you really just wanted to have it pooch out a little bit. But honestly, if you want to be able to close it, you cannot fit your chapstick in here. Now, what I do is, I'm so goofy. What I do is I will stick my chapstick in here, but I will just leave it open so that way I could use it as a chapstick holder, but it's inside a purse, so I'm not really using this as a wallet. So if you want something with a smaller profile, you're worried about the bulkiness, this is going to carry you further because it has a flat profile and it holds just as many cards in it. You're just not going to be able to carry the bulky items like I mentioned, like a lotion or maybe a perfume or maybe something else, unless you just ridiculously overstuff this, remove some of the cards from it so you can have some extra space. Then maybe you can finagle it in, but pretty much I think this is a good option to go with. And like I said, it is a lot smaller and it's a lot cheaper. 10%. 10% of this. Yes, 10% of this. I had to do math in my head real quick. So this is a great option for you to get, so that way you can still get the same thing without the high-end luxury price point. Now let's go over the sorry guys, a little off here. So let's go over I talked about pros and cons, but wear and tear. So there are a couple of nicks on this, and these are totally my fault. Totally my fault because I dropped it. And I cringed every time I dropped it, but I've dropped it probably about 3 times on concrete. And so there are a couple of nicks on the double G's. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there are a couple of nicks there. And then the only other wear The key ring holder does have a couple of nicks on it too, because that fell in the concrete too. So there are a couple of nicks there, but that's from user error, not because of it's just wearing down. I will admit that how often I wear this is, just so you know, when I'm talking about wear and tear, I really like to give people more perspective on like how often I actually use something, because I've used something once a year and there's no wear. That to me makes sense. It should not have a lot of wear on it unless I drug it on the floor. Versus I use this as an everyday item and there's no wear. That speaks volumes, right? So I will admit that I don't use this every month. I don't know actually the frequency. I would say every few months I'm using it, because I try to switch in and out of things that I'm carrying to the gym. But yeah, I don't use it that often. So just know that. But the wear that's on here is my fault, because I dropped the item. Why I picked a hand carry item, child, I don't know. But the interior, I haven't done anything to the interior. It's carried change, it's carried cash, it's carried cards, and it looks great on the inside. And then there is a little bit of dirt, marks, scuffs, or whatever, I guess is what I'll say. And it's where this actual, the key ring here actually rests on this leather tab, and hopefully I can show that to you. But you see that dark mark right there? So as you're using that key ring, that is going to happen. And I'm sure I could just take some leather cleaner and get that staining out, and probably will work. But just wanted you to be mindful of that as well. So overall, I really do like this item. It serves the purpose that I wanted it to serve, and it is super helpful. It is great, it's functional, and it's unique. It is expensive. Let's be honest, it is expensive. It is $400 for this little bitty thing when you can get a full-on bag, whereas there are less expensive options made of real luxurious leather. Lambskin leather is laminated, so that way you don't have to worry about nicks and bumps on it. So think about other alternatives if you still want the same functionality, but don't want to dunk that amount of money on a card holder such as this, or a key case such as this. Also, don't forget to like as well as subscribe. I would love to have you a part of the group, the Bags and Lifestyle group. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.